Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about the person on your mind and your connection to each other. I hope you're having a fabulous day or night whenever you're joining in for today's reading. In our pop-up reading today, we are going to be getting a general message about your person and the connection out. So I didn't ask any specific questions, but rather left it open-ended for whatever you need to hear the most at this time. As always, we are going to get us started with some oracle cards, and then after that, dive deeper using the tarot, as well as some channeled message cards. Later on, we'll also do astrology dice, tiles, and charms for more confirmation and info. You may see specific zodiac placements in their chart or yours, as well as names, words, and initials that are relevant. And then as always, we're going to close today's reading off with a short message just for you. We are also going to be doing an extended for today's reading. So for those of you who resonate with our messages here today, you'd like to dive even deeper to know what's coming in the future of this connection, any additional details, you're welcome to listen to that extended as well. I'll put a link below in the description box as well as the pinned comment. Or you can always head straight over to my Patreon. And bonus points, if you do join us on Patreon, you will get access to hundreds of additional extended and exclusive readings, as well as an amazing community over there on Patreon. So highly encourage you to join, especially if you like extended readings in general. I also have a bonus tier on Patreon now where you get Patreon exclusive readings every single month on top of what you're already getting with all of the extendeds and what's already out there on Patreon. So definitely encourage you guys to join if you'd like to. But as I noted, we're going to go ahead and get started with the oracle cards here. And again, I hope you're having a fabulous day or night. At any point in time, if anybody has good news or positivity to share with the collective, I really encourage you to do so in the live chat and or the comments section. Let's spread some goodness. Let's spread some positivity to each other today. Okay, so we have the Great Work, the Benevolent Guide, and Neptune. The Unseen, the Empty Room, and the Tear, the Unicorn, Fox, Bee, and Nightingale. So for confirmation points to get us started, I'm noticing a lot of air energy coming through here. We have a winged creature with the bee. We also have two air signs out here with the animal cards, a little bit of earth energy. This represents the third eye chakra, which we're definitely going to circle back to. That's a major talking point for this spread. And then we have Neptunian energy. Neptune for sure rules Pisces. I don't know if Neptune rules over any other signs in astrology, but you're welcome to check that out. It could be that your Neptune placement or your person's Neptune placements are significant with one another's, or maybe Pisces energy is present. Okay. Also, somebody could have greenish, bluish eyes or like striking blue eyes, because there's both of those types coming out here in the cards. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I feel like our general message for you here today is that your person has gotten a reading done about you recently. Or something of that sort. I suppose it doesn't have to be like a card reading. They could have also consulted with a psychic or a professional. Maybe they're watching readings on YouTube. But your person has definitely had some sort of divine communication about you and about your connection, I believe, from somebody else. It is possible this came through a dream, okay? Because Neptunian energy is Pisces energy. Pisces rules the 12th house, which does talk about our subconscious, our dream world, our unconscious. This also does talk about clairaudience and clairvoyance. And then, of course, we have the third eye chakra here. So it is possible that your person also just had a really profound dream about you. But my gut feeling right when I pulled these cards was that they had a reading done about you, or they consulted with a psychic or some sort of professional. about you and your connection. Like they intentionally went out of their way to seek out this information. Now, I am like a no BS reader, you guys, okay? It's going to be different for everybody in the collective. This is a collective reading. We have thousands of viewers. You know, for some of you, your person had a profound dream. For others of you, they went to a literal psychic. For others of you, maybe they were watching some YouTube readings or they were playing around with tarot cards. I can't say for sure. Take it how it resonates with you, but bottom line, they were receiving divine guidance about you. So I'm going to go ahead with the rest of the reading with that as our backbone. Exactly how they came about that, maybe we'll get more details when we get to the tarot, but basically, long story short, they received some powerful guidance about you and they went out of their way to seek this, or it was something that they were asking for and hoping to happen. Again, with the unseen card, this talks about clairvoyance, it talks about clairaudience, it talks about receiving divine information, and I'm loving that the third eye chakra came out as well because that's further illustrating this. So the reason I'm bringing that up is because even if your person did go to like a psychic or get a reading done about you, they themselves were also receiving downloads about this, or their own intuition was getting confirmed while they were there with that other person. With the benevolent guide, I sometimes take this almost like a spiritual mentor entering into our life, like a spirit guide or receiving divine guidance from above. This card sort of talks about that, being communicated with, having somebody help us along our spiritual journey. And I think that part of your person's motivation for asking these questions, getting this reading done, or, you know, wanting more information about you and about your connection was because they feel like there's some sort of divine purpose to this. They've been changing a lot. Maybe emotions are running high in the connection right now. Maybe emotions are running high within them. They're feeling like they almost have a blank canvas now, like things are changing. They're picking up on this. Something is shifting, and maybe they just couldn't explain it away with logic anymore. It could be as simple as your person acknowledging that something feels different than they've ever experienced before, and they wanted an explanation as to what was happening and why that is. And logic wasn't doing it for them anymore. They weren't getting their answers through logic. They wanted to go on an alternative route. Or it's also possible that maybe your person has always been open to this, but maybe they've never asked questions about you before. This person really wanted information that they felt like could only come from the divine or some sort of professional or some sort of spiritual support, I guess you could say. Because they feel a lot is changing within them. They feel like there's a blank canvas. They're having a lot of emotions come up. It could also be that maybe they were given advice or guidance to do this. Because with the bee, I get this energy of community. Like your person could have friends or family that were encouraging them to do this, maybe even a coworker. I also think of like hard work, working really hard with the bee energy. So it could be that maybe even a coworker turned them on to something like this or recommended a specific psychic or reader. It could also be that your person was like doing this while at work or while working on something else. I know personally, sometimes I will listen to readings or podcasts or like audiobooks while I'm working around the house. Just because I like doing that. I feel like that's also a common thing people do. They'll put on like an audiobook while they're cleaning the house or doing yard work or something. So it's also possible that this is indicating your person did this while they were working around the house. They put on like a YouTube reading, they put on an audiobook, or something of that nature, okay? Or again, maybe their friends, their family had some kind of influence on this. The Fox card to me is a green flag here. This talks about monogamy, partnership, and loyalty, trust, and connection within partners. This person could be your current partner, or maybe they're thinking about going in that direction with you. And so maybe they were seeking guidance about the relationship or the potential relationship. Could even be that they stumbled upon like a pick a card reading, and they were like, okay, I'll give this a shot. I'll see what this is all about. And that pick a card reading happened to perfectly describe you or your connection to each other. But I think that part of your person's goals behind, you know, receiving this information, seeking out this information, or listening to it was because they themselves notice a change within them. They have emotions coming up that can't be explained with logic. They have all these things happening to them that almost feel mystical in nature. Part of it was also they're thinking about moving things forward with you, or they want to know where the relationship or connection is going, maybe whether or not you're loyal and trustworthy towards them. And so, yeah, I would say overall it was a positive experience, or there were positive intentions behind this. I'll put it like that. And then we'll get more details out very shortly here with the tarot. But again, something about auditory messages are coming through. Auditory messages, like an audiobook, a reading where this person was with the person, listening to them speak, listening to whatever this was, or there was some sort of speech involved with the information they were receiving. So if this was your person having a dream, for example, it could be that maybe there weren't like a lot of visuals in this dream. It was just you talking or somebody talking to them. Speaking of talking, hello, sir. Perfect timing. He always has the best timing, you guys, if you haven't noticed, which a lot of you have. Hi, sir. Hello. Are you confirming the message? Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's confirming the message with us. Yeah, there was some sort of vocals, audio going on with this guidance, okay? It wasn't just visuals. Yes, there may have been visuals attached with it, but there was some sort of speech, speaking, or auditory stimulation, I guess, with it as well. Okay. Okay, all right, let's get into the tarot now. We'll get more details out. You guys, if the reading has been resonating so far, I would absolutely love it if you would support the channel and hit that like button and subscribe for more in the future. Knock on wood, I release readings on a daily basis, most of the time, unless I like literally can't. But we'd love to have you join over here. And I have hundreds of readings on my pop-up reading playlist if you like this style where you're facing the cards. Otherwise, I have thousands of readings on my channel of all different shapes and sizes. So you're welcome to check that out, especially if you're new and you're liking this reading so far. Okay, so talk to me some more about this message, spiritual team. What this, you know what? Okay, I know what we're going to do the extended on now. I was like, with the extended, that was kind of general. And if you missed the intro, let me explain. We're going to do an extended for today's reading. I think the extended is just going to be specifically about your person's thoughts and feelings during this reading, during this dream, during this encounter, this information download, okay? So right now we're going to keep it general. We're just going to get more details out, and then we will dive deeper in the extended into your person's thoughts and feelings specifically, okay? So that's what we'll do. Okay, because I feel like otherwise we're going to go way over time in this reading. I try to keep my pop-ups to like, you know, roughly like 15 to 30 minutes. Usually 30 minutes is cutting it a little bit too close for me. So like usually like 15 to 25-ish. So yeah, we'll do that in the extended. I don't think they want me to use this deck. We're going to switch decks. Okay, talk to me about this message, spiritual team. Any additional details I can get out for the viewers today, please? Well, okay then. I use this card to scoop it up. Okay, I'm going to put it back. With my nails, sometimes when cards fall to the floor, I like literally have to use another card to like scoop it up because I can't pick it up with my nails. So, if it wants to come back out, though, it will. But for right now, I just use that as a tool. So, okay. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I hate this. I forgot that this is like a typo in this deck. I love this deck. It's so cute. It's adorable. But with the swords cards, they put ace for the kings and queens as well. So like this is actually the Ace of Swords. This is the Queen of Swords. You can see the Q on top, but they wrote ace. So we already have the Ace of Swords. So that energy is already noted, but we also have the Queen. Okay. And I think they did it with the king as well, and it's only for that suit. So it was definitely a typo on their part, but either way, it is still a really cute deck. There's just like an extra step to get to the point, I guess you could say. Okay. I'm hearing Paper Rings by Taylor Swift. I did post that on my community page not too long ago. But I'm hearing that song coming through right now. All right, do I want to get one more? No, I'm feeling good with this. If I feel like I need to, I will. Actually, I guess this makes sense. The back of the deck is the High Priestess, so I guess that's like the somewhat missing element I was feeling. Okay, so I'm going to note that as well, because the High Priestess is essentially, again, what we were just talking about, them consulting with the psychic or receiving divine guidance, divine information, okay? I almost want to prop that up here, okay? There we go, that works. Okay, that's a little bit goofy. I guess my snake has a blanket right now, a card blanket. Anyway, what's going on with my brain right now, you guys? Okay, in case I didn't note it, we have the Six of Wands, Three of Wands, Strength, and the World. I feel like I'm suddenly like displaced. I'm a little bit out of it right now, you guys. It's kind of strange. Anyway, so diving deeper, again, this is essentially giving more backstory to what has motivated your person to seek out this information or ask for it to happen to them. We have the Two of Swords. This is them before this happened, essentially feeling blind to something in the connection, wanting clarity, maybe for a period of time intentionally remaining blind to the answers they were seeking. It could be that they already knew what was going on with you or what was going on in the connection. They were just in denial of it. I often take the Two of Swords as a card of being in denial, okay? Because we have a character with a blindfold on, holding two swords, representing two different pathways, two different decisions, two different ideas or concepts, but being blind to both of them and kind of being in a state of indecision, okay? And this was your person in the past before getting this information they received. But somewhere along the lines, they were like, you know what? I got to take this blindfold off and I need to get some clarity here. I need to get the answers. I need to know what the truth is. I want to know what my person feels for me. I want to know where this connection is going. I want to know things that I don't have answers to. So this is them making the decision to take that freaking blindfold off and go get themselves some clarity. And again, the Queen of Swords is very logical. She is very logical. She is very grounded. She is very cerebral. But again, doesn't use intuition or emotion to make decisions usually. The King and Queen of Swords are both very stoic types of characters in tarot. So I think that this was your person acknowledging that this wasn't really getting them the answers they were seeking. They weren't finding what they were looking for using logic alone. They needed to branch out and expand their perspective a little bit and maybe try something different than they'd been trying before. Okay? And it's like, this is almost the first half of this message, and this is the second half. I think your person has honestly been thinking about moving forward with you in the future, maybe going official with you if you're just casually dating each other or if you're not romantic with each other just yet. They've been thinking about having like a publicly recognized relationship with you. Or if you're already dating this person, maybe making things even more official, like getting engaged, getting married, introducing you to their family or vice versa, integrating you with their life more, okay? In the future, this is something that they're questioning, and maybe part of that is the motivation to seek the truth about whether or not this is a good idea, because they're feeling really good about you. They have a good feeling about this connection and closing out whatever the current chapter of it is in search of something new. And it could be that they were just looking for guidance about that, about whether or not it's the right decision to make. They wanted to see how you feel about them, or maybe they wanted to see where the trajectory of this connection is. So this is giving a little bit more backstory to that. And again, if you want to know what your person was thinking and feeling during this experience, we will chat about that in the extended. I want to hop over to Tiles, Charms, and Astro Dice. Then we will get some channeled messages out from them before we prep to close the reading off. So, and hello again, sir. Now he says nothing. He likes, I swear sometimes he likes to make me a fool. Like he'll come up and start crying and then I'll say yes. And then he like looks away like, what? You're crazy. Who are you talking to? Okay. So I'm going to roll these like roughly 3 times. These could be specific placements in your chart or their chart. We have Gemini, Jupiter, and wait, is this Saturn? No, it's Jupiter. What am I thinking right now? What's going on with me? We have Gemini, Uranus, and Jupiter. Hello. Okay. We have Aries, Venus, and Moon. Aries, Venus, and Moon. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't move it. It's Sun. Okay. We have Cancer, Sun, and North Node. No, South Node. Cancer, Sun, South Node. What is happening to my brain right now? We're going to do one more, okay? We have Scorpio, Mercury, and South Node. Okay. Anyway, I did not feel like I needed to grab very many charms this time, so I'm honoring that. Maybe the butterfly in and of itself is the sign, okay? We also have a Z. We have another Z. That's very uncommon, so somebody could definitely have a Z in their name. We have I. We have P, Zip, Zippy, Zipper, Zips. I don't know. Yeah, Zippy. That's interesting. We have PY, K, S, N, and T. Okay. Pin or pins, kin, sin. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. And then again, we have a butterfly. This could be an important symbol. Maybe this is a synchronicity for this connection. Butterflies also represent change. And I think that, again, that's part of your person's motivation for receiving this information. Maybe they're ready to make a change with you, or they feel a change is already coming. So they wanted to get clarity before it happens or about it. Okay. Alrighty then, let's do channeled messages now, you guys. I feel like we're already going over time. For some reason, time feels like it's moving really slow. We're only at 22 minutes, roughly 2222. But I feel like I've been doing this for like 40 minutes already, you guys. It's bizarre. Maybe time was moving really slowly for them when this was happening. Okay. All right, and then let's get a few from my handmade deck as well. There could be some third-party energy here. Okay. Okay. I feel like I want to get one more, actually. So we're going to honor that. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we have understanding. I see your side of the story. Damage. We are both hurting from this. Chemistry. I have never felt a passion this intense. Please come back. Other people are influencing our connection. I've been hiding something. You are my first thought when I wake up. My life will never be the same after you. And you impress me so much, okay? So this is essentially your person's energy towards you right now. At least that's my intention. What's been going on with them lately, things that they would say to you if they felt like they could be totally open and honest. It could even be that maybe this person was trying to get your perspective of things, and so maybe they were asking for information on your point of view, what you were experiencing, so they could see your side of the story, because maybe there's some tension between the two of you. It could be for some of you watching, you're even in some level of separation, or there's some sort of distance. between the two of you right now. It feels like it, at least, where you're both kind of hurting. You feel like you're pulling away from one another. But this person doesn't want that to happen. They feel an intense passion and chemistry with you. They feel a very intense connection to you. And again, maybe they were getting a reading done, or they sought some information out because it was like they've never felt a connection like this before. They've never felt anything this intense, and maybe they've been hiding that from you. Just how attracted they are to you, just how much they think about you, just how much of an impact you've had on them. And so it could be that they just wanted to know what was going on because they've never had a connection like this before. It's also interesting because we have other people are influencing our connection. I feel like this could talk about third-party energy, but I feel like this could also be talking about your person consulting a psychic or going to a reader. These other people could be like who they're getting their information from, essentially. So it's not even necessarily like third-party energy, but it's like... Do you get what I mean? I feel like I'm going to like over explain and make it more complicated than it has to be. So you'll know if that message is for you. All right. So we're going to get you a couple of personal messages now before I head into our extended. This is a good time to do a reset on your energies. So if you need to grab a glass of water, take a couple deep breaths, you are welcome to pause the reading and do that real quickly, because these next two messages are just for you. It doesn't have to relate to your person or the connection at all whatsoever. Okay? You are safe, you are protected. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set for you. Lessons have been learned. It is safe for you to trust your path. Okay? And then your affirmation is, I follow my dreams no matter what. Interesting that we have dreams coming out again for you. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pack up and leave this reading here and hop into our extended, where we'll talk about your person's thoughts and feelings about this guidance that they received. So if this whole reading's been resonating with you, you want to check that out, you can click the link in the description or the pinned comment. I will see you over there if you're joining. But if you are leaving me here, I want to give you a big thank you again for the support of the channel, for being here with us and the community today. And I would love to see you in a future reading. Bye for now.